All right, so the next exercise is going to be a seated hamstring curl or a lying hamstring curl. I don't have the machine here with me, so I'm going to send you another video when I get to the gym that has that machine. So the next exercise after that is going to be the goblet squat. So it's what we already did, except instead of staying in the base, we're going to actually do some reps. So we're going to try to do 20 reps, so you can take a light weight. Feet are going to be facing in front of you at 12 o'clock. Knees facing or going over your second and third toes. You're just going to drop down to where it's comfortable. You can't go super deep. You can put something behind your heels, or underneath your heels rather. You're just going to go down and up. So you're not going to wait in the base like you did. You're going to make sure your knees are going over those toes as you go. Staying balanced, repping these out. Choose a weight that is challenging by the 20th rep, but a weight that you can maintain your form and importantly maintain your tempo, right? So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We want to be able to keep that tempo the entire time. When you're done with that, you have a 20 to 60 second break or more if necessary. 2 more exercises, okay? Last 2. RDL, known as a Romanian deadlift. So for this, I'm going to give you a side view and a front view. We're going to do 2 sets of 20 repetitions. So you're going to have just a slight bend in your knees. You're going to be hinging at the hips, keeping your back straight, your head in line, right? So head over your shoulders, shoulders over your hips, and then you're going to hinge at the hips. So it's going to go down like this, and then back up. Again, if you go super far down and you find yourself curving your lower back, then you've gone a little too far for you, and just come back up. So we're focusing on hinging, sticking our butt out, and then pulling through. So butt out and then pull through. Show you a side view. Butt is out, and then pulling through. So butt is out and pulling through. Butt is out, pulling through. Butt is out, pulling through. You squeeze your glutes at the end. So that is going to be your RDL. You're also going to do 2 sets of that. You're going to have 20 repetitions, and you're going to have 30 to 90 seconds of rest or more if needed. Last exercise. Gotta move this. I know that Planet Fitness does not have squat racks. I'm gonna do it behind me. I know that they don't have squat racks, but they do have Smith machines, and I know you're moving soon, so you might even have a squat rack soon. So what we're gonna do is a Smith machine squat with a light weight. We just wanna get the motion down and make sure that's where we're at, okay? So I'm going to kind of shout for this to make sure you can hear it. We're going to position ourselves underneath the bar, like so. We're going to have our hips and our feet shoulder to hip width apart, whatever is more comfortable for you. And then like the goblet squat, we're dropping at the hips. Like the RDL, we're dropping at the hips. We're just going to drop at the hips and go down. And if you can only come to here, perfect. Come back up. That's great. Because if you get to here and you start having knees go in, or you're going to the side, or say you start to go down, and then you start to go forward, and your heels come up, and you have a curve in your lower back, don't do it. Just go a little bit less deep and complete the movement with good form. So I'm going to show you here. I like to do this without shoes on because I have relatively good ankle flexibility. If you don't have good ankle flexibility, you can put something behind, so I keep saying behind, underneath the back of your foot. For a heavy movement, you'd want to use like a weightlifting shoe. If it's not a heavy movement, you can just put something underneath. If you want to expand your range of motion for your ankles, you can actually just put your fist on something, stick your thumb out, So your toe is about 5 to 6 inches away from something, and then drive your knee forward. This knee forward, keeping this heel on the ground, and that's going to increase your flexibility of your ankle mobility. So then when you go and squat, you don't lean as far forward because your ankle is able to have that load go straight up and down. So here is a Smith machine squat. We go under it, pull up. We're gonna have our breath, so we're gonna breathe in, go down, we're at the bottom, and then breathe out as you come up. So it's breathe in, brace your core, drop at the hips, knees over your toes in that line, and then power up. I'm going to show you one view from the side. So you're braced, you're thinking about your knees going out, your knees going out, you're driving your knees out and engaging your glutes here. So as you move your knees out like this, try to engage your glutes as you drop down right here. So we breathe in, into our bellies and brace, drop down, and go. We don't need to wait at the bottom for that long. You can just go down and then right back up. Try to really stay even. Push from your heels and keep working hard. Going on to cool down.